Hello children, I hope you are doing great and I thank God for your life. Today is your Miss Lucy who has come to your doorstep for us to learn together. Our topic for today is adverb of manner. But before we start the lesson, let's recap of whatever you've learned last week. Last week we talked about adverb of place, and we said that when you say adverb of place, it tells us where an action takes place or where an action is taking place. So for instance, when you are at the back of your house playing, your playing at the back is the action. Because when you say action, action is the same as verb. And we know that when you talk of verb, it's a doing word or an action word. And so we got to know that behind, when people are doing something at the back of, let's take a building or whatever, we say that they are playing, or we can say they are talking behind the building. They are writing in the classroom. So where the action is taking place is where you call adverb of place. But today we are going to concentrate on the adverb of manner. When you say adverb of manner, what comes into your mind? When you talk of adverb of manner, we said that it is used to tell the way or how something is done. Adverb of manner is usually placed after the main verb or after the object. When you talk of objects, we say that objects are things that you can count. So example of objects can be human being. Example of objects can be tables, chairs, houses. And then when you talk of the verb, we said that it's a doing word. And so we are going to look at, we said that the adverb of manner, it tells us where, how something is done. How something is done. So I will ask, how do you sleep? When you sleep, do you make noise or you don't make noise? When you sleep, do you sleep comfortably or you don't sleep comfortably? Before this lesson ends, we are going to know the differences between the adverb of place and the adverb of manner. Now, we said that adverb of manner can be identified before or after the main verb. Now, we are going to look at examples of adverb of manner. Now, we said that these are some of the examples. We said that he ate the cake greedily. He ate the cake greedily. And we said that normally the adverb of manner, it can come before or after. So when you look at the verb, the ate is verb. And so it has come before the adverb of manner greedily. And then another example is that he greedily ate the cake. And so we also said that it can be either before or after. So right now, this is an example of adverb of manner, and this is the verb. It has come before the verb. So he said that greedily, adverb of manner is before the verb ate. And so, before you can identify adverb of manner, no matter where it is placed, it can be before, it can be after. Now, you need to remember that when you say adverb of manner, it mostly have the sound or letter ly at the end of the word. And so, look at this picture. What do you see in the picture? You can see that there is a woman who has the arrow and then he's throwing. And this, before a lady or a girl or a woman can do this, unless the person is braved. When you say someone is brave, it means the person does not fear anything. So if you are someone who fear, it's hardly you can do this. And so the brave we will add the ly to it to pronounce it bravely. And so in the sentence, it can be before, it can be after. What I want you to put it in your mind is that adverb of manner take the word, the last end should be ly. ly. Now let's look at this picture. What do you see in the picture? You can see that there is a man, there is a molding blocks. You can see that the person is busily arranging the blocks. So you say that the person is busy. If it is an adjective, you say busy. And we said that when you learn of adverb, we said that we are using to modify adjective and other adverbs. And so I end the last word with ly to make it busily. So the man is busily working over there. Now, let's look at this scene. What do you see in the scene? You see a mother, a father, and a child. You can see that the child is crying. Let's guess that the child is crying. What makes this child cry? It may happen he did something and then the father gets annoyed. And so we will say that angry. When somebody is very annoyed, another word using annoyed is angry. But because we are dealing with the adverb of manner, we are choosing angry because of the ly. Now, before I continue, what did I say adverb of manner is? I said adverb of manner tells us how something take place or something happen. And we said that adverb of manner, it can be before or after a verb. We also said that it always ends with ly. Don't forget, in a sentence, they can place it before, they can place it after, but what we need to concentrate on is the ly, because it is modifying, it is describing an adjective, how the thing is happening. Now, these are the examples of adverbs of manner. Now, I'll read it over you, and then after that, you take your jotter. I will give you some few minutes. You copy these adverbs of manner into your textbook. And next time when we meet again, we are going to look at the definitions and how to use them to form sentences. Now, this is cheaply. Cheaply. This is quickly. Quickly. Strongly, strongly, closely, closely, clearly, clearly, calmly, calmly, carelessly, carelessly, badly, badly, correctly, correctly, politely, politely, obediently, neatly, neatly, beautifully, beautifully, hourly, slowly, softly. I would like you to take your jotters, write all of these words in your jotter. You go all over again. When I meet you next week, we are going to look at the explanation and use them in forming simple sentences. Now, looking at my example of adverb of manner in a sentence, because next week when you meet, this is what I would like you to do for me. He gladly ate the cake. She spoke slowly. I drink water gladly. I go to the gym daily. He left the room quickly. So you can see that the first question, the adverb of manner comes before the verb. By the rest of it, it came after the verb. And so no matter where it is placed, the ly is what we need to always remember. so that you'll be able to answer them wherever you meet them. Now I'll end the lesson here. As we meet, there is a short exercise for you to do for me. So you do the exercise and then I'll cross-check and mark it for you. But next week, don't forget, you are going to form the sentence by yourself as I have done mine in the example. Thank you.